Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be reacting to a TikTok. Not going to say anything else, we're going to watch it, reconvene, and I will tell you what I think. So let's get into it.
Stop letting women tell you that men don't care about the fact that you have an education or you're a woman of substance. A man of substance is always going to care about what you've done with your life because you're going to be the mother to his children. What they don't care about is if you are justifying the fact that you have a bad attitude, you don't offer him peace or happiness with the fact that you have degrees. That's what they don't care about, because you can't be mean and rude and annoying to be around and be super accomplished. Like, no one cares about that.
Say it louder for the people in the back. So I wanted to share this because as much as there are videos that are very entertaining to react to, they are outlandish, they are crazy, they obviously garner a stronger reaction from the public and also from you guys when you watch me react, I also like to share women who get it because I think it's refreshing to see content like this as well. Now, this is one of the only videos I've ever seen from this creator, so I don't know what else she's about. I don't know if I necessarily would agree with all of her content, but this video specifically, I think is a really great message. And it's also rare that we see women on TikTok dropping some truth bombs like this one, so I wanted to share a little bit of positivity today. So as you know, if you've seen any of my reactions in the past, I like to break things down and have a few little teachable moments or little nuggets of wisdom to share with you guys that I pulled from the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is that degrees and success don't justify having a bad attitude. I said it once and I'll say it again. Just because you have a degree or make a lot of money doesn't mean that you can be a miserable person to be around and men will still want you. That's not how it works. I think a lot of women are under the assumption that men are looking for the same things in women that women look for in men, and that's just really not true. Of course, there is some overlap in what men and women are looking for, and I'll talk about that later, but generally speaking, men don't care how much money you make, they don't care what exactly your degree is, the way that women care about this more in a man. But as the woman mentioned in the video, I do think that men care if you are a woman of substance. And substance might look different to different people, but substance doesn't necessarily mean makes six figures or has a fancy job title. And I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on what she said in this video because she didn't really get into the specifics here. And this is typically where I think women get confused. So I was actually talking to my fiance about this, and I was asking him what his thoughts were, and he basically said that he likes the fact that I do what I do for a living, not because of how much money I make or because it's a cool job or people know who I am, but because it brings me fulfillment and I genuinely enjoy my life. Because of the fact that I'm more fulfilled as an individual and I genuinely am enjoying my life, I'm a better partner because of that. I'm a better friend, I'm a better daughter, I'm a better everything. And I think there's also another extreme online, as she mentioned, of, women telling other women, you don't have to have any substance, you just have to look good and spend his money or something along those lines, which, to be honest, I don't necessarily think is great advice either. You should absolutely take care of yourself and put effort in, but it shouldn't just be skin deep. Who you are to your core matters. I think the qualities that you have deep down matter. And just because you have a big butt or you look good doesn't mean that you're going to be a good wife to build a future with. Another thing I want to talk about is the value that you bring to a relationship. I think men and women want different things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Women often look for men who are providers. We're attracted to things like financial independence and status, and tend to look for men who are at our level or above. That's just what we care about. Of course, there are many other things we look for as well, but I'm just trying to highlight some of the differences here between men and women. So on the other side, men might look for women who are supportive, who are encouraging, nurturing, who bring peace into their lives instead of drama and chaos or a bad attitude. So can you see how substance might look different to men and women? I think we often bring value into each other's lives in different ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's totally okay and very normal. So really getting down to the nitty-gritty here of why women like this stay single, the women who justify having a bad attitude or being awful to be around with the fact that they make money or they have a degree or they consider themselves to be a high-value woman, they stay single because they have no idea what men really want in women. They aren't usually the type of woman that the man they want would want to be with in return, especially for like a long-term relationship or a marriage. Or then they often say things like, well, men are just intimidated by me and I have too much going for me and I intimidate men and yada, yada, yada. But the reality is that they aren't. I've done a video about this where I reacted to a woman who was telling other women it was a very positive, refreshing video to see. Men are not intimidated by you, especially the men that you're going for. If you're going for men who are at your level or above, these men are not intimidated by you. They just don't like your bad attitude. As simple as that. And I'm not trying to hate on women, because I don't think all women are like this who are successful, but I think women are really confused about what men want in a woman, because maybe they are successful, they feel like they are a catch, but they have a bad attitude and men don't want them because of that. They don't see the bad attitude part, and they just assume, oh, well, he doesn't want me because I actually have substance, or I'm educated, or, I can carry a conversation, or I make good money for myself, like the men must not like that. When in reality, it's not those other things they don't like, it's the attitude that they don't like. And I think many women who are successful, or they do well for themselves, again, they think that men are looking for the same things that women are looking for, and they're just confused on why men don't like them. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you're educated. It has nothing to do with the fact that you make good money. I don't think men are intimidated by that or find that or turn off in you. It's just because of the attitude that you have, and how some women justify in their heads princess mentality, having a really bad attitude, acting entitled because they think that they're such a catch to men. That's not attractive. It's not attractive when women do that. It's not attractive when men act that way either. And I think it's really creating a lot of confusion for women. But on the intimidation point, I think telling yourself that men don't like you because they're intimidated by you is such a cop-out and a way for you to take no accountability for yourself and the fact that maybe you're just not very likable. And to men, when men are looking for a woman to date, substance is not a boss babe bad attitude or princess mentality or being independent, saying I don't need no man, or just being a brat. Like, that is not substance to a man. I don't think if you're describing what substance is, anyone would ever include those traits, because they're just not desirable traits. So yes, you can be educated and great men will like you. You can be making good money and great men will like you, but they won't like you if you justify your bad attitude because of the fact that you have those things. So correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but just what I've gathered from interacting with all of you and my own personal experience, men do want a woman with substance. They don't just want a bimbo who has nothing going on inside and it's like talking to a wall. Like, I think men, obviously sometimes lust gets in the way and they're attracted to women who are beautiful, but they do care about having something going on in here and in here. Or men of substance, at least, as this woman mentioned in this video. Maybe there are some men who don't care about that and can't see when they have a good woman in front of them, but I think it really comes down to the better you are on your own, the more fulfilled on your own, the better partner you make. I can even speak from my own personal experience here. When I was working my corporate job and I really didn't like what I was doing and I wasn't really that happy, I wasn't a really great partner because I wasn't happy with myself and my life, and who I was. But now that I, find so much fulfillment in what I do for a living, I love my life, I feel so lucky. I genuinely feel like I am such a better friend. I am such a better fiance. I'm just better for everyone else in my life because I'm a better me. And I think it's important to go into a relationship knowing what you offer and understanding, the more fulfilled and happy you are on your own, the better partner you'll be. And I would say this to all of you guys watching as well: the more fulfilled you are on your own, the more confident you are in yourself and your abilities and what you bring into a relationship, the better your relationship will be. Ultimately, I just thought it was really refreshing to hear a woman promote a message that is, being attracted to substance, and specifically something that I mention a lot on my channel is being with someone who has core values, life goals, and morals that align with yours. And to me, that is substance. I think it's so much more than just what is on the outside. And it was nice to hear a woman portray men in a light that wasn't just, men are horn dogs and only care about the way that women look. Of course, the way we look is a factor. Attraction is important, physical attraction is important, but I do think, again, who you are in here matters a lot too. And if you're only dating based on looks alone, I think you'll end up wildly disappointed in the long run. So of course, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I would love to hear what you're looking for in women. If you agree, if you disagree, would just love to hear your own personal opinions and experiences down below. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.